Let's be real. Are you getting tired of the classic Isekai hero? The flawless, noble one who always saves the day? What if we flipped the script? What if the main character wasn't destined to fight the final boss, but was the final boss? Today, we're diving deep into the shadows to count down the top 10 underrated isekai where the protagonist is the villain. These aren't just edgy anti-heroes. We're talking about demon lords and tactical tyrants who decide conquering the world sounds way more fun than saving it. So, if you're ready to root for the bad guy for a change, this is the list for you. Number 10. Kicking things off at number 10 is Demon Lord Retry. The main character, Akira Uno, is an ordinary, working-class game developer who gets pulled into his own creation as the game's ultimate final boss, the Demon Lord Hakuto Kunai. Now, on the inside, Akira is just a regular, slightly weary adult who knows the game's systems inside and out. On the outside, however, he's stuck role-playing as a brutal, overwhelmingly powerful, and intimidating Demon King, with a flair for the dramatic. The world immediately sees him as the ultimate villain and starts sending heroes and entire nations to take him down. It's underrated because while Akira isn't truly evil, he even takes a young, abused girl named Aku under his wing. He's forced to act the part to survive. This creates a hilarious and often brutal conflict between the chill guy on the inside trying to run his new nation like a business and the terrifying monster everyone else sees and fears. His pragmatic solutions are often seen as the work of a diabolical genius. Number 9. Next up, at number 9, we have How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Meet Takuma Sakamoto, a socially awkward gamer who is legendary in his favorite MMORPG, Cross Reverie. He gets pulled into that very world as his character, the all-powerful Demon Lord Diablo. The two young women who summoned him immediately try to cast an enslavement spell, but his passive spell-reflecting ring bounces it right back, making them his devoted servants instead. The core of the show is the hilarious juxtaposition of his internal and external reality. This painfully shy guy, who can barely hold a normal conversation, has to maintain the facade of a brutal, arrogant, and all-knowing demon lord while navigating a world that sees him as a walking catastrophe. His inner monologue is a constant stream of panic and social anxiety, while his outer self delivers bone-chilling threats and displays of world-breaking power, often by complete accident. Number 8. Coming in at number 8 is Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. After being summoned to a new world as a hero, Makoto Misumi is unceremoniously rejected by the world's beautiful goddess for not being up to her aesthetic standards. He is then thrown into the most desolate wasteland at the edge of the world. There, abandoned and effectively exiled by humanity, he befriends orcs, dragons, and all manner of monsters and demi-humans, who are themselves outcasts. He uses his immense, godlike power to build his own thriving society in a pocket dimension, a sanctuary far away from the humans who scorned him. He's not actively trying to be a villain, but as his power grows to rival and even surpass the so-called heroes, he naturally becomes the #1 threat to the goddess's established world order. From the perspective of the humans and their divine ruler, this mysterious, overwhelmingly powerful figure leading an army of monsters is nothing short of a new demon lord. Number 7. At number 7 is Arifureta, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. Okay, I can already hear the keyboards clacking. Is Hajime Nagumo a true villain? And that very debate is exactly why he's earned his spot here. After being betrayed by a classmate and tossed into the bottom of a deadly labyrinth, Hajime survives by devouring powerful monsters, a horrifying process that shatters his morals and turns him into a ruthless killer. He emerges from the abyss not as a hero, but as a cold, pragmatic survivor whose only goal is getting home. He'll eliminate anyone hero, monster, or innocent bystander who stands in his way. From the perspective of almost everyone else in that world, he's an unstoppable monster who operates on his own brutal code. While he protects his chosen companions, his absolute indifference to the fate of the world and its people, combined with his terrifying power, makes him a villain in the eyes of all who oppose his single-minded goal. Number 6. Sliding into the number 6 spot is So I'm a Spider, So What? This is the ultimate root for the dungeon boss anime. A normal high school girl is reborn as a tiny, weak spider monster in the world's most dangerous labyrinth. For her, every single moment is a brutal, non-stop battle for survival against creatures far stronger than she is. To live, she has to kill and eat other monsters just to level up, gain skills, and evolve. This forces her down a path of monstrous transformations, taking her from a small spider to more terrifying forms. From the perspective of the world's heroes and her own former classmates who are reincarnated as humans, And are 15 years younger, she becomes a terrifying, legendary monster known as the Nightmare of the Labyrinth, who slaughters everything in her path. You can't help but cheer for the cute, quirky, and fast-talking spider, even as she evolves into a world-ending threat. Number 5? Now for our top 5, and at number 5, we have the Eminence in Shadow. Sid Kaganu has one dream. He doesn't want to be a hero or a villain. He wants to be the secret mastermind who pulls all the strings from the shadows. Reincarnated into a world with magic, he gets his wish by accidentally creating an entire organization, Shadow Garden, to fight a villainous cult that he completely made up for fun. Only to discover that the cult is terrifyingly real. Sid is a hilarious and chilling anti-hero who will happily manipulate his most loyal allies and mercilessly slaughter his enemies, all in the pursuit of looking as cool and mysterious as possible while doing it. His villainy isn't born from malice, but from a profound and comical self-obsession. He sees everyone around him, including his devoted followers, as actors in his grand stage play, and he is utterly indifferent to their lives as long as he gets to deliver his cool lines. Number 4. At number 4 is, my instant death ability is so overpowered. Protagonist Yogiri Takatu isn't evil in the traditional sense. He's not trying to conquer the world or amass power. Most of the time, he just wants to take a nap. The problem? He possesses the ultimate, abstract ability to kill anything, instantly, just by willing it. What makes him a villain in this context is his terrifying, almost bored indifference. Heroes, villains, ancient dragons, systems, and even abstract concepts like space and time, they all get casually erased from existence if they annoy him or threaten his friends. He's not a villain by choice, but by cosmic consequence, acting as a walking, talking extinction event. The sheer, unscalable nature of his power makes him the scariest thing in any universe he enters, a being for whom all other struggles are utterly meaningless. Number 3? Entering our top 3 is Saga of Tanya the Evil. Here, we have one of the most genuinely monstrous protagonists in all of anime. A cold, calculating, and atheistic corporate salaryman is murdered and then reincarnated by a being he dismissively calls Being X, or God, into the body of a little girl named Tanya in a world racked by magical trench. Warfare. In a defiant attempt to get a safe, cushy job away from the front lines, Tanya uses her modern knowledge and ruthless pragmatism to become a terrifyingly efficient soldier, earning the name Devil of the Rhine. She isn't just fighting a war for her country. She's fighting a battle of wits against God itself, and she'll sacrifice anyone and commit any atrocity to win. Her evil isn't random, it's logical, efficient, and utterly devoid of empathy, making her a truly terrifying force of will. Number 2. Our runner-up at number 2 is Remonster. This one is dark, brutal, and does not pull any punches whatsoever. A man with psychic powers is killed and reincarnated as a goblin, the weakest of all monsters. However, he is born with a unique skill: absorption. Anything he eats, he gains its skills and abilities. What follows is a vicious, bloody climb to the top of the food chain as he evolves from a goblin to an ogre and far beyond, all by literally consuming his enemies. He is not misunderstood in the slightest. He's a monster who fully and gleefully embraces his new nature to build a powerful clan through conquest, subjugation, and sheer brutality. He treats the world as his personal buffet, and his only goal is to devour everything in his path to become the strongest, with zero moral hesitation. Number 1. And finally, at number 1, the top spot on our list has to go to the undisputed king of villain Isekai, Overlord. While it's certainly popular and not exactly underrated, the truly and objectively villainous nature of its protagonist, Ainz Ooal Gown, often is. Trapped in the form of his powerful undead Lick avatar, Ainz's human emotions and morality are suppressed, slowly slipping away. While he genuinely cares for his NPC subjects in the Great Tomb of Nazarick, he views the living, breathing people of the New World as little more than a sandbox for his experiments and a stepping stone for his ultimate conquest. From destroying entire armies with a single spell just to send a message, to orchestrating the deaths of would-be heroes for political gain, his actions are objectively and horrifyingly evil. He is the ultimate threat to this new world, a walking calamity with legions of equally monstrous followers, and he's the character we're all rooting for. And that's our list. From ruthless conquerors and calculating masterminds to all-consuming monsters and indifferent gods of death, these are the protagonists who prove that sometimes it's just more fun to be bad. So, what do you think of our picks? Did we miss any of your favorite villainous MCs? Is there a show you think deserved a higher spot on this list? Or maybe one you feel doesn't belong? Which of these dark protagonists do you find yourself rooting for the most? Drop your thoughts and your own rankings in the comments below. We'd love to read them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more dives into the best and darkest corners of the anime world. Until next time, stay sinister.